Hello and welcome to another Speedy Clark production. First of all, apologies for my attire. I'm just out the shower and I'm getting ready for bed. But I wanted to make a last minute film today, and this is actually going to be discussing Lance Armstrong. Oh, big hot topic today. Some new news. So some of the pros, ex-pros, people that raced against Lance in the Tour de France during his reign are specifying that he should have his 7 Tour de France titles reinstated. What do you think? What's your opinion? Leave your comments below. Personally, yeah, I think he should have his Tour de France titles reinstated. There are some people that do not wish to discuss. There are some people that are stating that he should have them reinstated, and there are others, as I've specified, don't want anything to do with it. They want to forget about Lance. But he's back in the news today. You can't forget about the man. I mean, Lance Armstrong changed the face of cycling. That's what kind of Team Sky, whether we like it or not, have rolled upon themselves. US Postal implemented this dedicated structured program, taking the doping out of the equation. Their structured program, their training, that was all part of it. The doping doesn't turn you into Superman. It just, we've had these discussions many times before. It just maintains it. You have to be the athlete. It doesn't just turn you into an amazing athlete. You know, you actually have to be good and train hard and be able to produce the relevant power. So a lot of people will not like this. A lot of people will have their opinion, which is great. That's what we're all here for. Yes, there was doping. Yes, there was cheating. It's not right. However, what Lance has done, yes, there was the lying and the debating, etc., but, you know, there's livelihood. So looking at it from an open perspective, what Lance did was he wanted to win. There was no physical possible way to win apart from doing what he did, because it was proven that everybody in the top 10 to the top 20 were all doping, taking these products, and every single one of these riders have discussed it, admitted it, specified it. So it was an open level playing field in that opinion. Yes, the people that didn't do it, although there's no evidence to say they did, there's no evidence to say they didn't, yes, there would have been unfair advantages there. If everyone was completely clean, would Lance have won the Tour 7 times? Excuse me. Personally, I believe yes, because of, as I've specified, everybody was taking the same thing. So the training still has to be there, you know, and he still won. All right. So that's just my personal opinion. I don't believe you can have this 7-year gap. Before the stringent doping tests, riders and, you know, from the 1900s onwards, I mean, people openly discussed from those eras that there was doping, there was alcohol, there was cocaine, there was substance abuse. There was many things to improve performance, but back then it wasn't deemed to be a mega no-no. There were some top riders from the 70s and 80s that were done for doping, and they are still held as heroes and some of the greatest cyclists in the world, you know, because they had that. And again, there's no evidence to suggest. So if you can't demonstrate that these people weren't doping and they haven't taken their titles, had their titles taken away. Richard Varong, he didn't get his polka dot jersey removed. So I think it's an interesting topic for discussion, and whether we like it or not, personally I don't mind. Lance Armstrong motivated me. I mean, I was a follower of Lance from the 1990s onwards and 1999 onwards, when I was exceptionally young in cycling. Motivated me, inspired me, made me train better, made me watch my diet, you know, trek bicycles, all this structured program. Whether you like it or not, he inspired the sport. He made the sport more popular, which increased salaries for everybody, increased budgets, blah, blah, blah. And then other, you know, teams adopted that process, Team Sky, etc. So, as I keep saying, whether you like it or not, he can't be forgotten. He did have a very positive impact in the sport. Yes, there was this negative. Is he a bad person? Personally, I don't believe so. I believe that he did what he had to do. It's the same if you have a job career, you're within your job career. People are clawing at the well to maintain their job career. Volkswagen, for example, with their emission testing, Volkswagen had a little cheat to pass emissions, but to have their cars working very well and optimum premium, sorry. Does that make them a bad car brand? No, I think their cars are fantastic. But this was called out quite some time ago that this is what they were doing. So, and they're a good car manufacturer. Doesn't make them a bad car manufacturer. Did Lance Armstrong also test positive? I don't think so. Obviously, there was this steroid cream thing, but apart from that, no. So he hasn't actually technically failed the test. But obviously he's admitted to doing it, which he has done, along with many, many other people. So whether we like it or not, he's here to stay. He's been a big part of cycling. It is what it is. People do things when they need to do things, when their livelihoods, when you're at that level to be so competitive to win at all costs. And if you know everybody else is doing that and you can't physically get the advantage, doesn't make it right. That's why it's good to have a clean sport. It's better to have the sport clean, completely cleared up, and then this peer pressure or this pressure to think, well, I need to do that for my livelihood. I don't know how to do anything else apart from ride bikes super fast. So clean sport, yes. But can we dismiss Lance Armstrong? No. Was what he done right? No. Was what anybody done back then right? No. Was he still the best athlete? Yes. Did he win those tours? Given the circumstances? Yes. So should he have his tour titles reinstated? Yes, I believe so. Alright, so my personal opinion, late film. So please like, share, subscribe, follow the channel, hit the bell notification to get more content. As I said, this has been quite a fast film, but I wanted to discuss this topic. I like following Lance Armstrong. I am genuinely interested in what he does. Taking the doping thing out the way, and we keep going on about this, we keep repeating that. The type of character and his mentality is for the winning. That is what I like. And I like his podcast as well. I think it's very good. So check out The Move. Follow him. I think he does very good coverage. Check out Johan, obviously. Previous team director podcast. So, alright. Gonna go now. Going to my bed. Have a good evening. Good night. Bye-bye. See you in the next one.